Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Banking Digits. My name is Soikot Maji. In today's video, I am going to explain what is consignment export. Consignment export is a trade arrangement where an exporter sends goods to a foreign market, retaining ownership until the consignee, agent or distributor sells them. Unlike direct exports where the ownership transfers at shipment, consignment exports allow exporters to maintain control until the final sale. We will discuss this in detail. I'll make sure that you will clearly understand everything about consignment export. Before we dive into the next slide, I have some exciting news to share. I have launched a new blog where I am sharing detailed explanations on international trade finance topics like letter of credit, bank guarantee, SWIFT formats, export import, etc. The website address is bankingdigits.com. The link is also provided in the description box below. Make sure to click on it and explore the articles. Don't forget to subscribe to the blog for latest updates and insights on international trade finance. Latest posts will be notified to you through email. Now, moving to the next slide, let's understand the definition. In straightforward terms, consignment export involves shipping goods to a foreign consignee with ownership retained by exporter until the consignee sells them. This method relies heavily on mutual trust and close coordination between the exporter and consignee. This means even after shipment is completed, ownership of the goods will remain with the exporter, not the consignee to whom exporter has dispatched the goods. However, consignee will be responsible for selling those materials. Now, next question will come to your mind, that how to identify whether it is a consignment export or normal export. See, you need to consider these key features. First is the exporter holds the title to the goods until they are sold by the consignee. Second, payment is received post sale, not upon shipment or delivery. This means if exporter is exporting the goods to United States from India, then even after goods are received by consignee, exporter will not receive the payment because consignee is not buying the goods here. Consignee will sell the goods further to the local market of USA, and after receiving payment from local buyer, consignee will remit the payment to the exporter. Third, the consignee acts as intermediary, selling the goods on behalf of the exporter. Fourth, specific consignment export documents like consignment agreements and consignment notes are utilized. Basically, you need to understand this by reading the payment terms and other conditions mentioned in the agreement and invoice. Now, in next step, we will discuss about consignment export process. The consignment export process typically follows these steps. A detailed export consignment agreement is signed outlining terms and conditions. After the goods are shipped to the consignee with relevant export consignment documentation prepared, the consignee then stores the goods and proceeds to sell them in the foreign market. Post sale, the consignee deducts their fees and commissions before remitting the proceeds to the exporter. The commission is the benefit of the consignee. Now, let's discuss how payment is received in consignment export. In consignment export, payment occurs after the consignee sells the good. The sequence is as follows. The consignee sells the product in the foreign market. The consignee deducts any pre-agreed fees or commissions. The remaining sale proceeds are sent to the exporter. All transactions are recorded with proper consignment export documents. Now please check the difference between normal export and consignment export. Here is a comparative table highlighting the differences. You can pause the video and read this for a while for clear understanding. before we move into the next slide. Till now, if you have enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, which will motivate me to create such educational contents in future. Now, let's take an example of consignment export. Consider an Indian textile manufacturer wanting to enter the US market. Instead of selling directly, they choose consignment export. First, an export consignment agreement is signed with a US based distributor. After that, a consignment of garments is shipped to the distributor. Now, the distributor stores the garments and sells them through retail outlets. After selling the garments, the distributor deducts their commission and remit the balance to the manufacturer. This method allows the manufacturer to enter US market without a significant upfront investment or direct sales presence. Now, these are benefits of consignment export: easier entry into new markets with minimal financial risk. Now question will come, why it is mentioned as minimal financial risk? It's because if consignee is unable to sell the goods fully or partially, then consignee will return those unsold goods to the exporter, and consignee will get the commission only for the material they are able to sell in the local market. Next benefit is ability to adjust pricing and marketing strategies based on real-time feedback. This means exporter can get updates from the consignee about how the response of the products is in the local market, and accordingly he can increase or decrease the price on a timely manner as decided in the agreement. Next is reduced need for upfront capital for establishing direct sales operations, because consignee will take care of this with his existing setup. Now, you should also know what are the risks of consignment export. First is payment delays until the goods are sold can strain the exporter's finances. Second is exporter bears the risk of goods remaining unsold because ownership does not get transferred in the consignment export. Success relies heavily on the consignee's ability to sell the goods. Now let's discuss what are common export consignment documents. First is consignment agreement. It is the agreement defines the terms and conditions between the exporter and the consignee. Second is export consignment note. It details the shipment and serves as a record for both parties. Third is commercial invoice. It indicates the value of goods for customs purposes. Fourth is packing list. This document provides details about the contents of each shipment package. Fifth is bill of lading. It is the document which acknowledges the receipt of goods by the courier and outlines the terms of transportation. Now let's discuss some common questions related to this topic. What is consignment note? The export consignment note is a critical document that accompanies the shipment. It includes details such as description of goods, quantity, value, terms of consignment, contract information of the exporter and consignee. Next question is, what is export consignment sale? In an export consignment sale, the goods are sold by consignee on behalf of the exporter. This arrangement allows the exporter to reach new markets without directly handling sales operations. Next question, what is an example of consignment? A common example of a consignment is in the fashion industry, where designers send their collections to international boutiques. The boutique sells the garments on behalf of the designer, who only receive payment after the items are sold. Next question, what is the difference between exporter and consignee? The exporter is the party that ships goods to foreign market, retaining ownership until sale in the case of consignment. The consignee is the agent or distributor in the foreign market who receives, stores and sells the goods on behalf of the exporter. Last question, what is consignment shipment? A consignment shipment refers to the goods that are shipped under a consignment arrangement. These goods remain the property of the exporter until sold by the consignee. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any doubts or suggestions, feel free to write in the comments box below. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more insightful contents in future. Thank you.